Hello, my love. Welcome back to the channel. You already know who it is and you already know what it is. Today we're doing a pick a card reading and we're receiving messages from Spirit to help and support you during this Scorpio new moon. We have a grand water sign trine going on right now. Astrologically, there's a lot of watery energy in the air. I have had cramps all freaking day because I'm a Scorpio rising. So this energy is in my first house, my fifth house, and that Jupiter in Cancer is in my ninth house. So it's really intense and very physical and very intense in my womb space and stuff like that. So I'm doing the best that I can with what I got. This energy is incredibly intense, so we're going to receive some messages from Spirit that are going to help us navigate this energy and really help us to capitalize on this energy. So let's get into it. There are three pictures on the screen before you. Go ahead and choose the picture or pictures that stand out the most to you. The timestamps are already in the description box down below, and I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. Happy new moon in Scorpio. Today we are receiving messages from Spirit all about this new moon in Scorpio. But before we get into your reading, I have to tell you about today's winner of our reading giveaway. Today's free reading is going to Aqua the Empress, who commented on yesterday's video and said, pile 3. Natalie, you know, sometimes I ask myself, how did God make you this funny? Like, where exactly did the funny come from? From heaven, mind you. That's the answer to the question. From heaven, from source energy, from the Most High God. Where else could it have come from, Diva? You're asking the right questions. Anywho, and by the way, I never liked the name Todd. If you watched yesterday's reading, then you know about the Todd thing. So that's so funny. So I will not let Todd make me hide myself anymore. I love this for you, Aqua. I'm claiming this energy of next level visibility for you. And look at this. Your comment is now being posted to the hundreds and the thousands and the millions and billions of people who will watch this video. So you're already getting that visibility. All right, you guys, we're about to get into your reading, and this is just your reminder that a psychic told me that if you comment on the video, you're very likely to win a free reading. Well, let me say that again. If you comment on the video, there's a chance that you'll win a free reading. All right, let's get into this. Okay, pile number one. There are several different decks and things that I want to play with because we've got this grand trine of water energy going on right now astrologically. We had to pull out the Mermaid Tarot. We haven't played with this in a really long time. So Spirit, for everyone who chose pile number one, what messages do you have for them regarding this Scorpio new moon? Oh my goodness. I feel like your intuition is so heightened during this time. Okay, pause, and then we'll pull more cards in a second. Well, we're going to pull a lot of stuff in a second. Okay. 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Hermit card. The first message that's coming through is your discernment right now, pile number one, is so good and so strong. This Scorpio new moon energy is helping you to usher in a new level of self-trust when it comes to your intuition about people and your intuition about things. I feel like what has been happening over the past couple of days, or what will be happening over the next couple of days, is you're going to have certain experiences where you kind of get an inkling that you don't want to be involved with someone, or you don't want to show up to a certain event, or you don't want to blah, blah, blah. And then your intuition ends up being confirmed or something like that. I'm going to give you an example. There was a woman who I knew from a place. I don't know her intimately. I just know of her, right? And in the few interactions I've had with her, she's kind of said some things where I'm like, oh, this is not someone that I need to be closely associated with and connected to. You know what I mean? So I was at the gym yesterday and my back was turned away and I felt this energy coming towards me, and it felt like animosity. It felt like hostility. And it was so intense that I said, oh, and I turned around. And imagine my surprise when I turn around and I see the woman at the gym, the woman who I know of kind of sort of in passing, from the gym. And I'm like, whoa. And so basically in that instance, she didn't speak to me. She didn't acknowledge me. No big deal. You know what it never was? That serious. So in that moment, in that instance, it doesn't matter, move on. I knew that my intuition about her was correct. And also that was not someone who I ever needed to spend any amount of personal one-on-one time with ever in life. In other words, you do not have to worry about me, sister. And so I feel like that's a really good example of what's happening for you. With the energy of the Five of Cups, there's been some experiences and some disappointments that you've had because your intuition has told you things, but you haven't fully listened. No, that was kind of a red flag, but I don't know. I think I'm going to give them another chance. No, I'm going to wait until they prove to me and give me hardcore proof that they're a terrible person. I'm going to wait until they betray me, and then I have proof, and then I can say, see, my intuition was right the whole time. No. With this Scorpio new moon energy, you don't have to worry about me. When I feel it and I know it in my heart and in my soul and in my intuition, I'm going to act on it. And so it's basically this energy of kind of putting people where they need to go and also reinforcing certain boundaries. With this energy, you got to think about scorpionic energy. Scorpio is a magnetic sign. It's an incredibly desirable sign, even though stereotypically in astrology, when people will teach you about the energy of Scorpio, you don't have to be a Scorpio. This is relevant to your reading though. When astrologers will talk to you about the energy of Scorpio, they will say super mysterious. Nobody knows what's going on, right? But when you think about Scorpio energy and you think about it through the houses, if Scorpio is on the cusp of the first house and there's no intercepted houses and things like that, it gets very complex, but we're just going to keep it basic. If Scorpio is on the cusp of the first house, then Leo is very likely on the cusp of the 10th house. Your 10th house is your public persona, it's your online presence, it's your reputation. And so you might have Scorpio on the cusp of your first house, which is your person and your physical body and your personality. But if you have Leo on the cusp of your 10th house, Leo is the sun. Leo is the center of the solar system, and all of the planets revolve around Leo. So when you have scorpionic energy, there is a certain level of notoriety that comes with that. There's a certain level of magnetism that comes with having Leo on the cusp of your 10th house. Personally, being someone who is not necessarily 10th house heavy, but I'm Capricorn heavy, and basically, long story short, I'm 10th house heavy. I am someone who has always had the experience of people talking about me and gossiping about me and all of these things. It's because I have Leo on the cusp of my 10th house. I'm the bitch they love to hate. What can I say? So it's that kind of energy. For my pile number one, what I feel for you is that you are stepping into your next level. You're rising. So you are going to be increasing your success. You are going to be increasing your visibility. In my own personal life, I've been doing work around magnetism, being a magnet in my business, allowing more people to come into my life. This is where your message really starts to come through. Because we have the energy of the Queen of Swords. Something that I've been learning is I really have to reinforce my boundaries. Because I've been having a lot of people showing up and wanting to get closer to me and wanting to be in my space, and sometimes I can get into that people-pleasing energy of wanting to be kind to people, but at some point it gets draining. At some point it's a negative experience. I'm going to give an example. I'm so sorry if you just so happen to be watching this. It's nothing personal. It's just something that really happened with someone who I'm not very close to. I ended up on a phone call. It was a 40-minute long phone call talking about nothing, and it wasn't just like a bad phone call. It was terrible because I had so much shit that I had to do, and so I took 40 minutes out of my day to have a conversation that wasn't productive at all. This could have been an email. It quite literally was already an email, but then it needed to turn into a phone call. When you text me and we're not close and you tell me, call me, I'm thinking there's an emergency. I'm thinking you need something. So imagine my surprise when I get on the call and it's bullshit. No shade. No, I'm not trying to be mean. That was a terrible day for that to happen because back to back, there's so much shit that I have going on right now professionally in my life. And so my time is really valuable. And so that's the message that's coming through with this new moon in Scorpio. Your intuition is really heightened at this time. Take this energy, this grand trine water. We got Pisces energy in the sky right now. We got Scorpio energy heavy in the sky right now. And so is the Pisces. And then we've got Jupiter in Cancer. So we've got all of this water sign energy, all of this intuitive energy. Use this time to practice listening to your intuition, and then you will be able to ride that wave. And so that will look like you leveling up. Use the next couple of days, use the next couple of weeks, right, to practice listening to your intuition and see how things are playing out for you when you listen to your intuition. Because I knew I did not have time for that fucking phone call. I knew I should have said that doesn't need to be a phone call. I knew, but I didn't listen to myself. No big deal. I know moving forward. So that's the message that's coming through with the energy of the Queen of Swords. Discernment is really, really big for you right now because with the energy of the Hermit card, you do know. You do know what you need to be pouring your time into and what you don't. You have to be discerning. And so with everything that I've just said, now we can look at Scorpionic energy through a different lens. Is Scorpionic energy so mysterious and elusive, or is Scorpionic energy a magnetic energy that people and entities and everything feel so drawn to that in response to that, Scorpio has to have very strong boundaries? Popular loner, known by many, known intimately by few, because they have to protect their energy. That's your vibe for this new moon in Scorpio. You're tapping into a little bit of popular loner kind of vibes. Not saying you can't have friends, not saying you won't have connection, but I see you just fine-tuning your discernment. No, everybody cannot be your friend. No, everybody cannot text you all day. No, everybody cannot talk to you on the phone. No. And it's not about them. It's not about whether or not they're good enough. It's not about whether or not they're cool enough. It's about you. And it's about how you feel. And it's about the fact that you have shit to do. You have a transformation that you are undergoing in your life. And when you are giving time and energy and effort to bullshit, you are losing time and energy and effort that you could be putting towards the transformation that you were born to experience at this time. And so really we're having a conversation about your priorities. Okay. Let's see. We're almost done with your reading. Hold on. I have my fucking flash on. So I'm having difficulty seeing. Okay. Pile number one. Pile number one. Can I get some messages for my pile number one with this new moon in Scorpio? We have life review. We have ready, set, go. We have take your power back. And we have worthiness. So this is very plutonic right now. With this life review card and hermit, pile number one, I feel like you're having a period of a lot of reflection, and you're having a moment in time where you feel really called and pulled inward. The message that's coming through from spirit is follow that, because there's creative ideas and breakthroughs that are trying to come through for you. Sometimes your message, pile number one, is when in Rome, when in Scorpio season, when in the new moon in Scorpio, you need to walk like a Scorpio. And now they're singing the song, walk like an Egyptian. You need to behave like a Scorpio. And so something that you'll know about Scorpionic energies is that they tend to need periods of time where they're isolated from the rest of the world to change and grow and expand and like molt. What is molting? Molting is the thing, right? Do Scorpions molt? We have Cancer energy here with the crab too. You know, kind of like snakes shedding their skin. That's the energy that I get here. So it's like you are being called on purpose to go within and to isolate, to be by yourself, and to sit in silence. This could literally look like meditation, but it doesn't have to. And there's so many different ways to meditate. You can meditate while you're listening to music. You can meditate while you are driving your car and going on a road trip. You can meditate. You can get into a meditative state while you're dancing in your room to music. The point that I'm making is that you naturally and intuitively feel called to spending some time by yourself right now. That's okay. Honor that, because there's some powerful downloads that are coming through for you because of that. And this Five of Cups energy in numerology, fives are all about transformation, and cups in tarot are about emotion. So this is a huge this Scorpio new moon is bringing you a lot of emotional transformation. You might have a lot of negative emotions, old disappointments, and just like fears and things like that coming up for you. You might be having a moment where you're like, what the fuck is going on with all of these different like limiting beliefs and insecurities and all of this stuff that's like coming up for me, and I haven't thought thoughts like this in years. Like, what is happening? Let that energy come up. It's just all of this Scorpionic energy is really helping and assisting you to purge right now. And with Saturn retrograde in Pisces, we're having a conversation about structure. We're having a conversation about discipline. We're having a conversation about creating structures and creating long-term stability and success in our life as it aligns with our goals and our dreams, because it's that Piscean creative energy. Okay, so especially, well, we're all creators. Okay, so you do creative work. The way that you're going to stand out in your career is by being creative. I don't care if you're a corporate baddie or you're an entrepreneur, you're creative. It does not matter. You are a creative person. And so you're undergoing this emotional change and transformation as it relates to your creativity and your belief in your ability to create stability through your creativity, right? Your ability to create long-term financial stability and success through your creative talents, your creative gifts, your creative skills. These are the things that you are using to set yourself apart from other people. These are the things that you are using to create amazing stories and videos and all of this stuff. So there's huge transformation that's taking place for you right now. Ready, set, go. As this energy, as you continue to move through this energy and things start to dissipate, you're about to be put in a position where you are going to like kind of hit the ground running, okay? Especially as we begin moving into Sagittarius season. This is going to be a timeless reading. So, you know, listen to this whenever, take the messages how they resonate, but especially as we move into this Sagittarius season, when we start getting more fiery energy in the sky, there's going to be that desire to move forward. Saturn is getting ready to move back into the sign of Aries. And so this is kind of like a little bit of like a last hurrah. So you're purging a lot of things that you could have been working on for the past 3 years, insecurities and challenges that you've been working on for a long time. It's like they're finally coming up, okay? You know, in video games, when you get the final boss or the big boss, is that what they call it? There used to be little boys that lived with us a couple of years ago, and so that's what they would call it, but I don't know if it's like officially called the big boss, but like you play against the character and then you like go up to the next level and the next level and the next level, and then there's like a mega boss, you know, like the big boss. So right now you're having an experience where you are facing some kind of like big bosses internally and emotionally. This is really good. Do not run away from yourself emotionally at this time, because once you overcome this big boss, there are certain stories that are never going to be an issue for you again. Certain insecurities that are never going to be an issue for you again. Certain points of fear, shame, and guilt. Those are the biggest things when we're talking about scorpionic energy, healing from fear, shame, and guilt. Some of the biggest sources of insecurity, fear, shame, and guilt for you, you're going to overcome them, and you're never going to struggle with them in the same way again. So this is really, really powerful energy. You're dealing with stories of unworthiness, experiences where you were told that you were unworthy, or you weren't good enough, or you weren't lovable enough, or you weren't smart enough, or you couldn't succeed, or your dreams weren't possible. All of that stuff is coming up for you right now. Continue to tend to yourself. Continue to trust yourself and your intuition. Don't be afraid to go hermit for a little bit and allow yourself to change and transform. When in this new moon of Scorpio energy, act as a Scorpio would. Be unapologetic about taking your space, about honoring your boundaries, and about protecting yourself, because you have powerful, magnetic, and creative energy. Oh my God, I'm hot. I'm so hot. Usually I only have hot flashes when there's a whole bunch of like Aries energy in the sky. But remember, we got all of this Scorpio energy. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. And so traditionally Scorpio is ruled by Mars. I'm really, really hot. Isn't that so funny? The other day, I think I was singing that song. I'm really, really hot. Was I singing that because I was hot? Or was that a premonition? I don't know. We don't have time. Okay, we're going to do Scrabble pieces. I wanted to play with 1,000,001 different things, but the messages we've been channeling have been coming through so clearly that we don't have time to play with all of the things that I want to play with. So we got to pick and choose. If I could find the damn thing. Okay. Let's get into our Scrabble pieces. So we're going to receive some messages. These could be your initials. Maybe we'll get some significant words coming out here. All right. For pile number 1, what do they need to hear? What confirmation is there for them in this new moon in Scorpio energy? Okay. We have L-I-A. Immediately I get, oh, your name could be Leah, her. I'm also getting liar. Okay, so you might be having a lot of realizations about people and whether or not they have integrity at this time. If you feel there's a difference between your intuition and your fear. Your intuition is super loud right now. If you feel intuitively that someone is dishonest and deceptive towards you, you can trust that, okay? And then we have KO, which is crazy, knockout, big boss. You're knocking out your limiting beliefs. And also with this energy, if you are doing magic, if you're doing, oh, this is such a great time for protective magic and different things like that. If you're doing some protective magic and workings and wards and different things like that, it's gonna hit. Okay? It's gonna hit. I pinky promise you. That's just gonna fucking hit. Literally and figuratively. Okay? And then we have PG. PG. This is so funny because I was going to say we better not get the word pig again. And now here we do. We have PIG. So we have pig once again. Which is not a crime. Which is not a crime. And I just feel like at this point, Spirit is just playing games with us. Okay? We also have PET. So somebody here could have a pet. You could have a pet that you really love. You could be spending a lot of time with your pets and with your animals lately. We have something that spells out love. I definitely see you focusing on a lot of self-love, a lot of worthiness work with the energy of pig coming through. We talked in that last reading about, well, maybe not the last one, but whatever reading that pig came through, we talked about fat phobia. So you could be doing a lot of work, in terms of your body image and fat phobia. Also, and I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Let's move on. We have VW. Somebody might drive a Volkswagen. We have PT. Somebody might be doing physical therapy. Somebody might be getting a part-time job or leaving a part-time job. Okay, pile number 2. That's all that I've got for you. So your initials could be KALOVE, PIG, VW, or PT. Okay? I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching today's Pick a Card reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out of here. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the time to grow into your next level is always now. Even in this economy, and especially in this political climate. We need women who are the leaders of their minds, communities, and industries now more than ever before. And that's why I'm hosting a mini mastermind this weekend on November 22nd and 23rd. Each call will begin with a channeled message for the group, followed by one-on-one coaching to break through the fears, doubts, and beliefs that have been slowing you down. You'll walk away with your most pressing limiting beliefs dissolved and the practical tools you need to keep that momentum going. This offer is for the woman who is tired of feeling stuck and knows she's meant for more. It's for the woman who wants to end this year on a high note instead of a defeated one. And it's for the woman who is ready for forward movement emotionally, spiritually, and financially. For only $50, you'll get support, clarity, community, and the energetic benefits of our collective transformation and forward momentum. The calls will happen live on Zoom each day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join us from anywhere in the world. Remember, your reality isn't working against you. It's responding to you. And when you shift, everything around you shifts in alignment with that. I've got room for 5 women, and as I record this, there are only 4 spots left. Click the link in the description box to reserve your spot and join us in the room where transformation happens. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we are getting some messages from Spirit all about this Scorpio new moon that is so transformative and powerful. Before we tap into your messages, I want to reveal today's winner of our free reading giveaway. It is going to Aqua the Empress, who I love and adore. She has been commenting on our channel for what seems like forever. She is the sweetest, and the comment that got her a free reading today says, Natalie, you know, sometimes I ask myself, how did God make you this funny? Like, where exactly did the funny come from? And by the way, I never liked the name Todd, so I will not let Todd make me hide myself anymore. I love this. Congratulations on winning a free reading, Aqua. I am claiming the vision of you stepping into your next level of visibility, and I'm so excited to get you your free reading. And for everyone else watching, take this as your sign to comment and say something really nice to me, maybe, in the comment section, because you could be featured in the next video. And with that good stuff being said, let's move into your messages. I'm literally so freaking upset. I recorded this whole, and it was so good too. So good. So your reading, it's gonna be short. I did a whole fucking lesson on Pisces energy and Scorpio energy. Poof. I'm so pissed off right now. Okay. Fuck it. We ball. So, the cards that you have out in your spread are the 7 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Lovers. So the message that's coming through for you, you've also got some oracle cards. We'll get there in a second. The messages that are coming through for you is that destiny is at play in your life powerfully. Pile number 2. So you're having a lot of experiences because the veil is so thin right now. You're having a lot of like supernatural experiences and occurrences. Your spirit team is coming through to communicate to you that it's okay. You're safe. It's not a demon. That is your grandma or your great granny. You know what I'm saying? You are okay. I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. You're literally safe. You're literally okay, right? That was something that was coming through really strongly. This energy of being a little bit on edge, or you see something out of the corner of your eye and you're like, oh my God, like what was that? You're fine. You're okay. You are safe. You are secure. The veil is just so thin right now. The veil between worlds is so thin right now. Like that's literally been the biggest theme of your reading. Look at the Lovers card. This is the last card that we pulled for you guys. And it's literally one mermaid in the ocean looking through this looking glass into this other human in the other world, right? So there's a spirit world and there's a physical world. And you are having an experience where the physical world is communicating to you over and over and over again, we are here. And the movie that came through as an example is Horton Hears a Who by Dr. Seuss, one of my favorite movies of all time. Long story short, there's an elephant. His name is Horton. He lives in the jungle. And there's a speck of dust, and on that speck of dust lives a world. And that world, village, place is called Whoville. So one day, Horton, the elephant, he has very large ears, is minding his business, and this little speck of dust whizzes by him in the wind, and he hears a scream. Horton hears a who. And so the whole movie is basically Horton trying to get Whoville, this little speck of dust, to safety and security. And so there is this antagonist. I think that's the right thing. Hold on. So there's this antagonist, and she is a kangaroo, and she is anti Whoville. Nobody can hear the Who's. Nobody believes that the Who's are real. Everybody thinks that Horton is basically delusional. And they're like, you're setting a terrible example for the kids, Horton. We need to burn that speck up, basically. Or boil it. Whatever. I get lost between the musical and the movie. It doesn't matter. They want to destroy the speck. So Horton is talking to the mayor of Whoville and is like, Mayor, they don't believe that you exist. So I need you to get every Who in Whoville to make all of the noises you possibly can so that everybody can hear you in the way that I can hear you. So the Who's are in Whoville and they're making as much noise as they possibly can and they're chanting, we are here, we are here. And then everybody hears them and then like the day is saved. Sorry if you haven't seen the movie, I spoil it for you, right? It's a children's book and movie. Of course, the day gets saved, right? So that's the energy. Your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors are Horton hearing a hooing your ass right now, okay? They are making it abundantly clear that they exist, that they are here, that they are real, that they are helping you, that they are assisting you, that they are on your side. And as you have these synchronistic experiences and moments, you build up momentum of your belief system. You build out a belief system. You build up more conviction around your belief that the spirit realm is real and that your spirit team is on your side, moving things in your favor. And that makes it even easier for your spirit team to do the work that they're trying to do, which is help you get married, okay? Your spirit guides are on a mission to get you married, okay? Your husband is coming. Your loved ones are communicating to you. Your husband is coming. And the song that I channeled earlier was Where's My Husband by Ray. In that song, towards the end, she says, tell him that my grandma said it. And then it's an audio of her grandma saying, your husband is coming. And earlier we were talking about your ancestors. It's just your Grammy. So it's that kind of energy, okay? Your ancestors are communicating to you very clearly. Your husband is coming. They are moving things around in your favor. And you've got to think about it from that perspective of the law of attraction and manifestation. God cannot give you anything that you do not believe that you can have. You have free will. You are the co-creator of your reality. So when you don't have faith, when you don't have belief in the spirit world, listen, I hate it when people comment. I hate it when I say something in a video and then people comment telling me, no, I do have faith. Okay, first of all, take what resonates. Easy. So there's that 2.5. That irritates the fuck out of me. Anyway, there's a lot of people who think that they have faith and they have belief, but when it really matters and when it really counts, they don't. And it's not about being a good person or being a bad person or it's not about any of that. It comes down to the fact that what I'm receiving for you, pile number 2, is that it's time for you to go to your next level of faith. Faith in what you believe God and your spirit team is capable of bringing into your life. Because they cannot do things for you that you do not believe they can do. Are you feeling me? So there's a difference between watching a tarot reading and when you're by yourself and you think about your future spouse and you feel dread, you feel powerless, you feel pessimistic, that's not having active faith. So think about that and sit and reflect. Do you have faith that your spirit team is working to divinely orchestrate the manifestation of your love relationship? Because they are. When you think about your future husband, do you think that that is someone that is being ushered into your life right here and right now? Is that your expectation? Is that your belief? You don't have to tell me in the comment section. Love ya. Don't give a damn. This is about you. This is about your energy. This is about you reflecting. Okay. So there's that energy of teamwork. There's an energy of being safe and secure and protected. We have indigo and crystal children. We have angel therapy, and we have comfort. The spirit world, I feel what I channeled earlier was that you guys could definitely be receiving a lot of messages from spirit babies. So children who have not been born yet, you're receiving a lot of visions and messages and dreams about your future and about your potential. Listen to those dreams. They are real. They are premonitions. Again, it's the spirit world trying to communicate to you while this veil is so thin and it's easy for them to communicate to you. It's them trying to communicate to you. We are here. We are real. We are helping you. We are supporting you. We are moving things around in your favor. There's things that are happening in your life. There are prayers that you have said. There are things that you have asked for. And there's certain stuff that's about to start coming through. There's certain dominoes that are starting to fall in place. I have an example, but I can't really share it exactly. Let's just say I was having a conversation with my ancestors about some personal stuff, and someone, not really like in my personal life, but someone who is around who was not trustworthy and who I never really want to see again. So I put that out there and I gave that up to them. And I said, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to say anything because it's not my place. This is something I'm going to trust that you're going to handle. They said, it's being handled. Now, things are, come to find out, we're having a lot of those moments where we're coming to find out a lot of information, and what I prayed on and what I asked for is manifesting, and things are playing out. And they're playing out in a way where I didn't have to get involved. They're playing out in a way where there was divine orchestration and support and energy and ancestral goodness. I didn't have to do anything. Fabulous. So I feel like you're having experiences like that, pile number one, pile number two. You guys could have watched pile one too. There was a lot of connection in the first recording I did between one and two. So anyway, you're having a lot of experiences like that where you're praying for things, you're asking for things, whether it's guidance, whether it's the physical manifestation of something, and then it shows up. Don't just go, oh, wow, that was so cool, and then move on to the next thing. No, that was a manifestation. That was your spirit team saying, we are here, we are real, we are listening, we are helping, we are supporting. Acknowledge it and relish in it, because the more that you can express gratitude for how your spirit team is showing up for you, the more that you can express appreciation. You don't have to force it. You don't have to force yourself to be grateful. You don't have to lay it on thick. You don't have to be extra about it. But notice it and acknowledge it. And as you continue to acknowledge and pay attention and give gratitude and appreciation for all of the goodness that's happening for you, all of the things that your spirit team is aligning for you, you build up that momentum, you build out that belief system, you build out that conviction, and then they can show up and show out in higher and higher and stronger ways. So pile number 2, you're having an experience where you're building a lot of faith right now. You're building a lot of trust right now with the spiritual realm, okay? So this is a really significant time for you and your spirituality, okay? Your spiritual beliefs and your faith, okay? Comment down below faith if this is resonating with you and you're claiming this. So ultimately, you're getting the manifestation of the love of your life, and you're getting a whole bunch of little teensy blessings along the way that are just making it easier and easier for your spirit team to do what they're doing. With that Wheel of Fortune card, destiny is at play in your love life, big time. So the more faith that you have and the more trust that you have that your husband is coming, that you're getting married, the easier it is for that to come in, the easier it is for that relationship and that commitment and that marriage to manifest, okay? Pile number 2, I see you getting married. All right, we're going to pull some cards. I mean, not some cards. We're going to pull from our Scrabble pieces, tapping into the energy of pile number 2. Maybe we're going to get some initials. Maybe we'll get some words. Let's see. For pile number 2, we have FT, which is FaceTime. We have BM, which also reminds me of MB, which reminds me of manifestation babe. So you might have, we have TL, which reminds me of timeline. You might be, oh my God, there's so much coming through. Okay. MB, manifestation babe, is a manifestation coach and teacher. So you might be getting deeper into manifestation teachings and things like that. I have a mini mastermind happening this weekend for $50. Maybe get into it. It's going to be really good. I also have the free resource library. I also have the podcast. You can also look up manifestation babe and things like that that might resonate with you. Okay. So we have FT, okay, FaceTiming might be relevant. You might be getting a FaceTime call from someone. Okay. We have FIRE. Oh my God. Fire. Fire. Okay. Fire. You might be having a lot of moments where you're feeling really hot. Okay. We have net, which makes me feel like the internet could be relevant. And then we have Mr. MR. And then we have you. So I'm definitely getting the energy that you're going to be connecting with somebody who thinks that you are mwah, chef's kiss, very hot. Earlier in the reading, I was talking about getting hot flashes because we have so much Scorpio energy in the sky right now. Scorpio is traditionally ruled by Mars. And so even though it's a water sign, it's very hot. Okay, so you might be getting hot flashes as energy is shifting and moving in your body. You might be noticing changes in your temperature or the temperature around you as your spirits are communicating with you very, clearly. Okay. We also have lift. Okay. Some of you might be taking some lifts. We have free. So this is giving me that energy of being supported, being lifted up by the spirit world. And then we also have turned. Pile number 2, I feel like you're about to be turned up. I feel like you're about to be having a lot of fun experiences where you're going to be getting turned up. And as you continue to have fun, and as you continue to be lifted up by the spirit realm, and as you continue to be gifted things, okay, you're going to be out and about. You're going to be experiencing, oh my God, excuse me. You're going to be experiencing a lot of freedom, and you're going to run into a mister while you are out, while you are experiencing this freedom. And then we have hunt, even though there's no H, but I get hunt. this man, this experience, this soulmate is seeking you out, is hunting you down. What else do we have? We had hunt, we had turnt. There was something else. Oh, Mutt. That song by Leon Thomas, I think that's his name. She said, take your time, what's the rush? Okay, so you might want to go and listen to that. Those could be relevant to what you're going to be experiencing. And like I said, the picture that you chose is Donna Summer. I love to love you, baby. So you are attracting an experience in your life of somebody who loves to love you, baby. Oh, what I said at the beginning of the reading that you won't see, damn. This is a great time for XES magic. Okay, so do with that information what you will. Thank you so much for tuning in today, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching today's pick a card reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out of here. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the time to grow into your next level is always now. Even in this economy, and especially in this political climate. We need women who are the leaders of their minds, communities, and industries now more than ever before. And that's why I'm hosting a mini mastermind this weekend on November 22nd and 23rd. Each call will begin with a channeled message for the group, followed by one-on-one coaching to break through the fears, doubts, and beliefs that have been slowing you down. You'll walk away with your most pressing limiting beliefs dissolved and the practical tools you need to keep that momentum going. This offer is for the woman who is tired of feeling stuck and knows she's meant for more. It's for the woman who wants to end this year on a high note instead of a defeated one. And it's for the woman who is ready for forward movement emotionally, spiritually, and financially. For only $50, you'll get support, clarity, community, and the energetic benefits of our collective transformation and forward momentum. The calls will happen live on Zoom each day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join us from anywhere in the world. Remember, your reality isn't working against you. It's responding to you. And when you shift, everything around you shifts in alignment with that. I've got room for 5 women, and as I record this, there are only 4 spots left. Click the link in the description box to reserve your spot and join us in the room where transformation happens. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're receiving messages from Spirit that are meant to support you during this Scorpio new moon. And before we get into those messages, I want to reveal the most recent winner of our giveaway, our reading giveaway on the channel. The winner is Aqua the Empress, whose comment was for pile number 3 of the last pick a card reading we did. She says, Natalie, sometimes I ask myself, how did God make you this funny? Like, where exactly did the funny come from? And by the way, I never liked the name Todd, so I will not let Todd make me hide myself anymore. Oh, Aqua, I adore you. Aqua has been commenting on my YouTube for what seems like forever. So I am so happy that this was the comment that won today's reading giveaway. And the message that you should take away from this is that if you comment on today's video, you will be entered to win a free reading. And this could be you. Okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, pile number 3, welcome to your reading. Today we are using the Mermaid Tarot. We're receiving messages for this Scorpio new moon from Spirit. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Cups. Okay, 8-8 energy. We already got some strength coming through here. We have Judgment, and we have the Queen of Cups. So for my pile number 3s, immediately what I'm getting for you is I see you going through a transition in your career. There's something that you want to do for work that you feel intuitively drawn to. With this Scorpio new moon energy, now is the perfect time to start making plans and taking action towards this career change and transition. With the energy of Judgment and the Queen of Cups, this Judgment card, it's kind of like giving like Judgment Day energy. But what I'm getting from this the most strongly is that this is your calling. This is your anointing. Okay, and you could have chosen pile number 3 of the last pick a card reading that we did as well, because callings and anointings came through for that pile too. So 8 of Pentacles, we're talking about your work. 8 of Cups, you're following your intuition, taking inspired action towards something that feels like home. This 8 of Cups energy, she is turning back into a mermaid and she's going back to the sea. That is where she comes from. So whatever it is, the 8 of Cups is a card of moving towards your fears, because the moon can represent our subconscious fears. But it's also a card of moving towards your desires and following your intuition, because the moon represents our intuition and our dreams. But within this context, with this card, she's a mermaid. She's returning back home to sea. So that we're going to interpret that through this lens, through that lens. We're going to interpret this message through the lens of this 8 of Cups card. And through this lens, the message that we're receiving here is you're stepping into the unknown, but you're going home. You're maybe doing this kind of work for the first time in your life, but it feels like home. And so there's that into the unknown, frozen energy in it, right? What does she say? She's talking, there's this calling, literally a calling, right? A song, a sound. I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble, others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, that calling that I wish would go away. And then she continues to hear that song and that calling. And then she says, God, what does she say? Let me look it up. Okay, she says, you're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, oh my God, mermaid, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure. I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. I'm about to start crying. It continues. She says, what do you want? Because you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake? Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? Every day is a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown? So there's this energy of internal conflict and fighting. You have been, up until this moment, having this moment of, I want to do this. I want to follow this dream. I want to do this for work. I want to create in this way. I want to blah, 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 blah. You have a calling. You have a calling. The phone is ringing. The phone is ringing. You're going back and forth with yourself. Is it safe? Am I going to be able to make it? Am I going to be able to succeed? But the message that's coming through from Spirit with this Judgment card is you were called on purpose. You want this desire on purpose. You were born for this. You were made to do this. It's not a coincidence. It's not an accident. It is on purpose. And so you're walking into the unknown, but you're on the right path. And so you got to think about the song Into the Unknown and the movie Frozen. Elsa, is Elsa the one with the powers? Elsa, Anna. Yeah, Elsa's the one with the powers. If she's not, pretend that she is. So there's a sister, she has magical powers. She can freeze shit. Okay, like Frozo from The Incredibles. Is that his name? It doesn't matter. Focus. She has the power to freeze shit. Very water signy. Very scorpionic, I would even say. But let's focus. She's the only person who has this power. I don't remember Frozen 2 very much, but I believe in the movie, she ends up going on this whole freaking journey, and she does learn where she comes from, or where her power comes from, or why she has the power that she does. So there's that moment. What's that song? What's that song? What's that song? I feel like it's from the same soundtrack. There's Into the Unknown, and then there's the song that she's singing when she's building up a castle. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold it back anymore. We got to look up the damn lyrics. Okay, so in the song, Let It Go, we got to speed this shit up. Okay. She says, the snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in. Heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal. Don't feel. Don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Goodness gracious. Okay. We're skipping. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. So go and listen to that song. Maybe go listen to some songs from the Frozen soundtracks or whatever, or watch the movie. There are messages for you there. There is an energy of growing and expanding into your next level, breaking free, being willing to face your fears. This moon energy can be a card of illusions because we're not seeing things clearly. So you've been holding yourself back in your career going, I can't do that. I can't make that move. I can't offer that. I can't create that. I can't apply to go to school for that. I can't. You've been doing that and you've been holding yourself back from fear. But when you show up, and when you show up for this dream, and when you commit to making it a reality, and when you give it everything that you have, it will manifest. You're going to be amazed. Okay, so with this energy pile 3, it's time for you to test your limits. It's time for you to stop holding yourself back. This Scorpio new moon energy. Scorpio is ruled by the planet Pluto. Scorpio is all about control. In the lyrics of the song, she's talking about conceal, don't feel, being controlled, not expressing how she feels, not expressing what she needs, not owning her desire, not owning who she is. And so this energy of this Scorpio new moon is really coming through and allowing you, or inviting you, to embrace this change and transformation, to honor how you feel, to honor what you desire to create, to honor what you want to do for work. Okay? And a lot of this does feel creative. It could even be intuitive with this Queen of Cups energy. My pile number 3, you are a healer. And just because you're a healer doesn't mean you're doing work like me, even though it could be. You could be a healer and being a doctor. You could be a healer and being a writer of amazing books. You could be a healer and being a director. You could be a healer and being a nail tech, right? We can heal people through 1,000,001 different ways, but regardless, you are a healer. You have the gift and talent and skill of helping other people. Okay, whatever it is that you're being called to do, it's going to help so many people. So the message coming through from Spirit is to let it go, to show up and to fight to overcome the fears that are holding you back, because it's not real. It's an illusion. Your fear that nobody's going to want it, illusion. Your fear that you're never going to be able to make that much money, illusion. Your fear that it's going to be rejected, you're not going to be smart enough, you're not going to be capable enough. It's an illusion. And for some time, you've been allowing that illusion to keep you stuck and to keep you small. But it's time to break free. It's time to let it go. You've been gestating for long enough. You've been hiding yourself for long enough. Some of you are having that experience of, doing what? Oh, I'm not ready. Oh no, I'm not ready. I have to practice some more first. I have to do some more first. I have to get ready and be better at this first. I have to develop these skills first. Oh yeah, I'm gonna send over that proposal, but first I have to tweak some stuff. I'm gonna publish my website, but first I have to edit some stuff. I don't know. I think I need to change something. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take that step forward. But first I have to do blah, blah, blah. No. No, you don't. You're lying. You're pretending. You're running. You're avoiding. And this new moon in Scorpio energy, it's time. It's time to step into your greatness. It's time to push your limits. Think about the movie Frozen. Elsa lived, and wasn't she always wearing gloves, or am I making that up? She was hiding herself away. She had a sister that she loved and adored, but she didn't connect with her sister because Elsa had a sister. Her sister's name is Anna. Elsa didn't connect with Anna for years because one day Elsa and Anna were playing together, and Elsa accidentally hurt Anna with her psychic freezy powers. And so Elsa shut everybody out, went within herself, ran away, robbed herself and others of that meaningful love and connection and closeness because she was afraid of her power and afraid of her gift. You have been doing a similar thing. And when Elsa is singing that Let It Go song, she is creating an entire ice castle. She's letting her power go. Pile number 3, you are going from an experience of holding yourself back, not giving your gifts, not giving your talents, being stingy, selfish. We talked about this in the last reading. I don't like that. I don't like when you're talented and you're gifted and you're creative and you are called and you have an anointing on your life and you refuse to give it to the rest of us, knowing we need it. Look around at the state of the world. Turn the news on. knowing good and damn well we need your light and we need your love and we need the beautiful things that you have been called to give us because it is going to heal us. We need your gifts and we need your talents and we need your skills. And you're being stingy. And you're not giving your art to the world. And you're not sharing your amazing ideas. Don't piss me off, pal number 3. You've been having an experience of holding back those gifts and skills. Now it's time to let it go. It's time to try. It's time to give. It's time to be open. It's time to share. This Queen of Cups energy, she's a sharer. She's going to share how she feels. She's going to share what's alive within her. She's going to share. She's going to give. It's time to give the world your gifts. We need it. We need you. All right, let's pull a couple more cards and then we'll close out this reading, pal number 3. You're being helped. And gentleness. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. I'm going to cut this off now. We have leadership. We have all is well. And we have worthiness. Y'all are going to make me pull out my Bible. With this new moon and Scorpio energy, it's time to acknowledge that you are called to lead. You are called to lead in your industry. We need more women in the C-suite. We need more women in managerial positions. The world is a better place with DEI. Companies are better. Marketing is better. Products are higher quality. The world is more inclusive when people in positions of leadership are coming from different areas of life. Let me say that in a different way. The world is a better place when there is diversity in leadership. We need your perspective. We need your gifts, right? Who's going to save the world? Who's going to help the world? You are. Who's going to save us from global warming and collapse of civilization as we know it? Literally you. Literally you. Not just you by yourself, but a collective individual effort, a decentralized movement, if you will, of people waking up and stepping into their personal power as the leader of their lives and the leader of their minds. Your time is now. All is well, worthiness. And there might be some experiences where you get triggered. Triggered is normal. The journey is not, I showed up, I did the thing, and then it all worked out. No. You show up, you do the thing, you fail a little bit. You show up, you do the thing, your deepest, darkest fears and doubts come up, and you learn to deal with them. And you become a better leader over time. It's going to be a journey, but understand that you're being helped and you're being guided and you're being supported through it all. Okay? This is so, so good. Work on releasing your self-judgment. That energy of, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna give it, but I can't right now because blah, blah, blah. It's self-judgment. You need to practice self-acceptance. You need to practice self-love and be willing to be imperfect and know that you're still worthy of success and you're still worthy of leadership even when you're imperfect. In fact, the best leaders are imperfect people. They're people who have had compassion for themselves, because anybody who has really created anything substantial in their lives, anybody who has ever achieved something great, They understand that failure is a part of the process. So the people who are hypercritical of themselves and others, that's not Atlanta. You guys remember that? What I mean by that is that's not real leadership. The people who are hypercritical and who swear up and down, you are not allowed to make any mistakes, they're not real leaders. Because anybody who has ever had to get out there and get it, anybody who has ever gotten it out of the mud, anybody who has ever gotten themselves from, I've never had that experience in my life, to I am now living that experience every single day. Anyone who has ever changed their life, anyone who has ever gone through any meaningful transformation knows for a fact failure is a part of that journey. Making mistakes is a part of that journey. It is an important part of that journey. So with the energy of worthiness, you loving yourself, treating yourself with gentleness, kindness, and compassion, refusing to condemn yourself for making mistakes, recognizing I'm only human after all, don't put the blame on me. I love that video, meme, whatever. Every single time I make a mistake, never happens. Every single time I make a mistake in my life, I will sing that song. And then I forgive myself. Because you know what? You're right. Comment down below. I'm only human. You're right. I am only human. Don't put the blame on me. Oh my God. Okay, pile number 3. That's the energy. That's the vibe. Okay, let's get some Scrabble. Maybe you'll get your initials. Maybe you'll get some additional messages. Oh my God. And confirmation. So let's find out what's going to come through with our Scrabble pieces. Okay. Pile number 3. New Moon and Scorpio messages for pile number 3. We have R, C, T, N, J, JT coming, JT coming, JT, JT, JT coming. Please, nose, please. Oh my God, please. Okay, I'm like nervous that there's boogers coming out of my nose, but there's not. I'm not editing this fucking video, so I was really nervous about that. Well, technically the video does have to be edited. We don't have time to talk about it. Okay, we have SI, which spells C, so you might be a Spanish speaker. We have TJ. Somebody might be taking a trip to Mexico. Okay, let's see what else we have. We have Q. We have T, QT. We have R. Oh, quote. Somebody's going to be giving some quotes. ER. Somebody here is going to be working in an ER. We have G, T, M. GM gives me Good Morning America. Somebody's going to be doing something working in media. Somebody's going to be getting more positive press, growing and expanding their brand. Okay, UMG, UGC, isn't that some sort of like content creating, different things like that? If you want like sponsorships and different things like that, I see that happening for you. We have AB. Somebody's name could be Abby. Somebody could be dealing with an Omar. Why do I feel like I say Omar all the time when I'm giving out names? Somebody's name could be Cynthia. We have X as an initial. Rex. You could like dinosaurs. You could want to go into, is it paleontology? Is that the one? Is that what that's called when you work with dinosaurs? Let's see. Gum. Somebody could be chewing gum right now. OR, operating room. Somebody here is definitely going into medicine. Okay. Cab. Somebody could be taking cabs. We also got Lyft in the last pile too. We have seer. Okay, so you definitely could be psychic. Your name could be Sierra. JT coming. JT coming. Do you guys know that? Oh my God. I just got a craving for chocolate chip pancakes. So that could be relevant for someone. Okay, we have X, like EX. So X could be relevant. Also, Excalibur could be relevant. I don't know anything about Excalibur or that lore or whatever, but if you do and that's relevant for you, fabulous. All right. We have hum. So you could definitely be singers, musicians, creators. I see Rita Ora. Okay, so Rita, if you're watching this. Singing is definitely relevant, okay? Bum, you could have a big fat juicy booty. Hallelujah, claiming that for all of us. And then we have GN, which is the perfect thing to end on. Good night. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for watching today's Pick a Card reading. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe on your way out of here. And before you go, I just wanted to remind you that the time to grow into your next level is always now. Even in this economy, and especially in this political climate. We need women who are the leaders of their minds, communities, and industries now more than ever before. And that's why I'm hosting a mini mastermind this weekend on November 22nd and 23rd. Each call will begin with a channeled message for the group, followed by one-on-one coaching to break through the fears, doubts, and beliefs that have been slowing you down. You'll walk away with your most pressing limiting beliefs dissolved and the practical tools you need to keep that momentum going. This offer is for the woman who is tired of feeling stuck and knows she's meant for more. It's for the woman who wants to end this year on a high note instead of a defeated one. And it's for the woman who is ready for forward movement emotionally, spiritually, and financially. For only $50, you'll get support, clarity, community, and the energetic benefits of our collective transformation and forward momentum. The calls will happen live on Zoom each day from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you can join us from anywhere in the world. Remember, your reality isn't working against you. It's responding to you. And when you shift, everything around you shifts in alignment with that. I've got room for 5 women, and as I record this, there are only 4 spots left. Click the link in the description box to reserve your spot and join us in the room where transformation happens.